Hey everyone, it's Richard Payne here, and we are in one of the more hottest areas of the HRM right now, because we are just outside that over my shoulder. There is where it's going to get real busy tomorrow, because it's back to school day, which means we're looking at the stats for August, and I am at CP Allen in Parks of Bedford West. So stay tuned, because we are going to give you guys the lowdown on what the stats are doing, how everything's shaped up in August, and obviously what we're thinking is going to happen as we move forwards into September. Hey everyone, so let's start getting into the stats for August, and let's see if we can work out what happened, because the year so far in HRM has been incredible. It's been a strong seller's market, kind of all the way through the board. We've had multiple offers, we've had houses going for way over asking price, and that's just a sign of what really goes on in the market that we're in HRM. So I am here outside CP Allen. We're in the area that's just the very start of Parks of Bedford West, and Bedford is always a very popular area, so we figured whilst the schools are not here, we'd take advantage of the bench and the outside, and we'll do the videos. So August stats: selling price averaged $341,613, because we like to be precise. Now that did go as a 97.9% sale to listing price, and there are markets that went over 100% on average, and that's the key thing here. Is let's remember this is on average across something like 26 different MLS areas inside of HRM. So 97.9%. We had an average of 50 days on market, 57 days on market, which is up slightly from last month. And we're seeing, because it's August, and a lot of times families are starting to look at August going, well, let's have our last little break, let's take a little time off, because we're going to be going back to school in September. We will see those days on market increase a little bit, because there's not as much activity. That also stacks up when we look at the months of inventory being at 3.2. We've been down as low as 2 months, now we're back up to 3.2, because 544 homes sold, 1,750 active, so that gives you roughly a third, and that's really what we're seeing. Now the other interesting part was the sales to new listing ratio, which was up around 79%. So obviously what we were selling versus what we were listing, we did a really good job, and it's been like that really through the whole of the year so far since January. So again, it's staying that way. It's solid good news. Now, looking at the markets, we actually had some really tight markets in terms of how many houses were sold. So number one was actually Sackville, with a massive 63 homes sold in August. Now they only have a month of inventory. They have 53 days on market, and the average price was $241,000. So pretty much that first time home buyer market. Then we got to number two, which was Fairmount, Clayton Park and Rockingham. 49 homes sold, and that's number two on the market, 2.5 months of inventory, $407,000. Now, I've been paying close attention to this area, because there is a new development up there, and I'm kind of thinking, oh, is this the new Parks of Bedford West, where a lot of people want to be, called Rockingham South? But of the 49, only 10 homes were brand new homes. So that just shows that Rockingham and Clayton Park in particular are really getting a good move on in terms of selling the inventory, because $408,000, that's quite a chunk higher than the average sale price that we've got going on here in HRM. Now number three, just one house behind it, 48 homes sold, was Timberley, St Margaret's Bay and Prospect area. Average price $352,000, so that's lower than it has been. Typically that's been in the 380s, 390s, but a little bit lower this time. 75 days on market, 4 months of inventory, so getting towards a balanced market there. And then here we are, we're in Bedford, fourth selling market at 47 homes, 76 days on market, $424,000 average price, 3.1 months of inventory. So when you look at those, like just looking at the top four markets, they account for nearly half of all the houses that we sold. So that gives you an idea as to which markets are actually hot and which ones are really starting to move. Now we go into some of the areas, so if we look at what else have we got here, Dartmouth, Eastern Passage, 30 homes sold, only a month's inventory there. We look at Dartmouth, Montebello area, we've only got, again, 1.3 months there, 9 homes sold. So not a huge selling market, but again, these are some of the other ones. Portland Estates, 27 homes sold, 1.8 months of inventory. And you start looking at a lot of the major markets here, and that's how we're getting down to only 3 months of inventory. The big question, the one that we all want to know is it going to carry on? Is this a trend that we're going to see? And I think we've seen in August a little bit of a slowdown. The market's kind of come back up again, but we have to remember that a lot of people are taking that vacation. They're going off on holidays, they're having cottages, family time. We're now in September, and let's see how September goes, because I think we've still got this kind of market, at least for September, October. I think November and December are going to slow down, just colder months, and people will start looking at maybe taking some time off for Christmas, and then we'll start again in the new year. But right now, it's not showing any signs of slowing down. So if you've got any thoughts, any considerations about putting your house on the market, making a move, it's kind of now. Now is the time. So if you have any questions, give us a call, 902-489-1804. Details will be coming up down the bottom. Because as always, we're here to try and make the move as simple as possible to try and help you make that next goal, make that next move to whatever is necessary. Trade up or go down into size. Either way, we just know the markets and the ones that you've got to be looking for and how to market your house properly. So give us a call, any questions at all, we're happy to answer them.